to reach the community, it really takes the community. Recruitment could not and should not be done alone, but in tandem with people and organizations that are embedded in the parks, the churches, the barrios, hanging out on the streets, showing up to each community event. These are the people that are known by name as a pillar of the neighborhood. And we want to think about channels of outreach. We want to think through who, where, and when, who we should be connecting with, where are parents showing up, and when are the best times of the year to engage in certain channels of outreach. The best place to begin any recruitment is with existing partnerships. You all have made that clear in your survey data, where 50% have connected with parents, 61% community leaders, and 38% of sites said that volunteers have been a part of this recruitment process. And so I wanted to provide just some of the examples and of best practices that we have seen around those channels of outreach, from the child care centers to our parent-centered centers to those existing programs. One thing that I want to say that is very important is we do not want to reinvent the wheel when it comes to connecting and finding new parents to connect with. Let's always start with where have we already made strong relationships with our current partners. And that's through sites that have already completed sessions, sites who've provided incentives for us, as well as other past collaborators that may have fallen outside of LENA Start. Connecting with those existing programs is your strongest basis for channels of outreach. Another way that you can also think through and plan is to think through the types of the sectors of organizations that you would like to foster relationships with in regards to outreach for parents. Libraries, schools, health centers, and child care centers were your top 4 of these sectors that we have seen in the survey, where you are finding the most results in creating or in recruiting parents. These are just some of examples that you have shared with me as well as in your survey around where are there areas that we are finding parents that we are able to connect. Who are we able to talk to in order to bring LENA Start programming into different sectors, into schools? And these are the examples that you all have provided around that. I want to go ahead now and introduce Pedro Mendez, who is from Denver Public Library. Pedro is the Birth to 3 Outreach Program Manager at the Denver Public Library and is completing the first year with LENA Start, and can speak to the process of engaging your community to spread the word about LENA Start. Pedro, can you go ahead and share with us some approaches you've taken to spread the word about LENA and how you've engaged parents and partners alike?
Thank you, Brittany. So here at the Denver Public Library, we have 26 locations. Independent branches are really autonomous and they get to choose a program that they get to run. So it's really important for us to really tour all of those 26 branches and really get to share with them what LENA Start is and why it's important for them to adapt it into their programming. So what we do is really be intentional about showing up to their trainings, to their meetings, and really kind of create a warm, welcoming space. A lot of the times we'll bring food to those meetings and really encourage staff to really get involved into those into LENA. We even encourage staff that have children that are eligible to join the LENA program to really get a sense of what the program is really about, so that when it comes time for them to really be sponsored, for them to be sponsors for us out in the community, they can really talk to the partners and to the families about what really LENA Start is all about, and they have more buy-in that way. We also welcome any of them or any other organization that's really interested or is hesitant to join LENA Start. We encourage them to come and sit in one of the sessions and really participate with the families and really get to engage with them again to get another sense of what LENA is really about. And kind of going back to that community piece, really finding that I call it a padrino or a madrina, someone that's really gonna sponsor you into that community and really welcome you and tell the community that you're a trusted individual that can come into this neighborhood, into this community, and are really bringing programming that's gonna really support you. So really finding that one leader or that one sponsor that's willing to step up to the plate and bat for you to really help in that recruiting has really been really essential for us in recruiting across Denver and all of our 26 branches.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Pedro, for sharing. And I do know that you've said that it takes time to be able to build these partnerships, but by going out into the community and connecting with some of those community influencers through community outreach programming and organizations, it really helps to build an ecosystem of support around LENA Starts. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you.